His mercy endure forever. Please forgive me for the late start. We had some technical difficulties here at the school, but we got everything under control. All praise be to the Most High. Shema Mashak Yahushua. We about to dive into the day. We about to dive into it today, going to go these scriptures, dealing with Sirach chapter 11, and the Most High willing to see if we can get verse 12 as well. But as you know, always the announcements, we are in the feast of Hanukkah. We are in the Feast of Hanukkah right now. Hope y'all tuned into the live dealing with the Feast of Dedication. Hope you could have been there and dealing with the beautiful service we had. It was an excellent service. So going over the classes real quick. Tune in to Chief Minister Shalimar and Captain Number One. And we are at the Flex FM on Tuesdays. Tune in here at the headquarters YouTube page or even Flex FM on the internet to get the understanding as they bring out and go out over many different topics. Tune in to hear as Wednesday Wisdom class as always as we go over the scriptures and bring out this information. For the Wednesday Wisdom, we got class on Thursday for the soldiers. So if you are in the South Florida area, come by the school. This class is for men only. You can bring your sons, so we can teach them how the scriptures tell us how we should be men. Going over that, and Captain Zamar from Lee County goes over that class. He's in the soldier class, teaching the men on how to be men in that one. Tune in to Friday class, and even, is it this Friday or next Friday for the new moon?
Next Friday.
Next Friday, the 4th?
It'll be this Friday.
No, this Friday.
Today's Wednesday.
It is the first.
Tomorrow will be the second.
You sure it's the 4th?
Third.
It's the 3rd.
Saturday's the fourth.
Yeah, it's this Friday for the new moon. Tune in this Friday for the new moon service. Hopefully you can be here, just cut it off bars off. Just tune in this Friday for the class. This Friday again, this is new moon. Tune in. Saturday, as always, is the Shabbat service. Tune in here at the headquarters, 12 o'clock sharp. Treasure Coast class start at 1 o'clock sharp. You can tune in there. Miami-Dade, 12 o'clock. Lee County, 12 o'clock. Augusta, Georgia, 12 o'clock. Tune into them classes as we go over the understanding, doing the Shabbat service, going over the Torah portion as always. Every year, that's what we do. We go over the first 5 books, the Torah, the milk of the word. So as always, let's get started with Colossians chapter 3, verse 17.
The book of Colossians chapter 3, verse 17. And whatsoever ye do, in word or deed, do all in the name of Adonai, Hamashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to Yahweh and the Father by him.
So whatever you do in word or deed, always give thanks. But it's like always in the name of Hamashiach Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, giving thanks to the Most High and the power, which is our Abba, which is in heaven. So let's get started. Sirach, chapter 11 and verse 1.
The book of Sirach.
Sirach, I'm sorry. Hey, there you go. Yeah, thank you. All my notes. The water king. So, all right. Now we can get started. Sirach chapter 11, verse 1. Read the first verse 1.
Page 76 in the Red Box book. Wisdom lifteth up the head of him that is of a low degree, and maketh him to sit among great men.
What it do?
And maketh him to sit among great men.
So we about to go over one of these great men that had the wisdom that the Most High bestowed upon him. Read Daniel chapter 6 and verse 3. Mind you, we have other men that had that wisdom as well that the Most High dealt with. For example, like our own, what's the brother name? Had it in my head, going through all that, lost it. Our brother Joseph, when he was able to interpret dreams, he was able to sit, and he told me then, the Most High gives me the understanding of what your dream meant. Because what? Why? Because dreams came from the Most High. So he was able to break that down. But here's another man, Daniel, that had the same thing happen to him. Read that from the king.
Book of Daniel, chapter 6 and verse 3.
Then
this Daniel was preferred above the presidents and princes, because an excellent spirit was in him.
What?
Because an excellent spirit was in him.
That spirit is the spirit of that wisdom spirit, the spirit of truth, the most high spirit. Keep going.
And the king thought to set him over the whole realm.
Thought to do what?
To set him over the whole realm.
And this is what had happened with Daniel. He got set over the whole realm because of the wisdom he had in him. Let me see. Let's go back.
I get a precept for you.
Come on.
The book of Job, chapter 1 and verse 3.
Come on. That's another one I was going to bring, but you got it.
His substance also was 7,000 sheep, and 3,000 camels, and 500 yoke of oxen, and 500 she-donkeys, and a very great household, so that this man was the greatest of all the men of the east. And I'm going to go to verse 1. There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared the Most High, and eschewed evil. So Job was considered one of the greatest men in the East, because he feared the Most High and eschewed evil.
What verse 2 say? You read verse 2?
Come, verse 2. And there was born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters. And then goes verse 2.
Then goes verse 3. All right. Cut it. Darn, what it was in Job? I want to say it was 2 and 1. Because I had a verse in Job, but I jumped over it. But I know it was at the beginning. You know what? Let's just keep it pushing. Let's see real quick. No, let's go ahead. Verse 2 in Sirach, 11 and 2.
Book of Sirach, chapter 11, verse 2, page 76.
Okay.
Commend not a man for his beauty.
Do what?
Commend not a man for his beauty. Neither abhor a man for his outward appearance.
Commend not a man for his beauty. Don't look at a man and say, oh, look at that, he's so beautiful. Look at the clothes he got on. He gotta be good. He gotta be great. And the same way how people look at a dingy man, and because how he looks, you hate how he looks. Oh, look at that. You hate that. But let's get that in the scripture too. 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7. 1 Samuel chapter 16 and verse 7.
1 Samuel chapter 16 and verse 7.
Right.
But the Most High said unto Samuel,
What he said?
Look not on his countenance, or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Most High seeth not as man seeth. For man looketh on the outward appearance.
What man do?
Man looketh on the outward appearance. But the Most High looketh on the heart.
The Most High is always going to check out your heart and how you work and how you operate in that. He's not going to look on your outer. We're men look on the outer appearance. But scriptures tell us that we can't judge a man by how he looks. But we ain't to abhor him because of how he looks. We move wisely because of how he looks. Give me that in Sirach chapter 19 and verse 29.
Book of Sirach, chapter 19, verse 29. Verse page 81. A man may be known by his look.
Say that again.
A man may be known by his look. And one that hath understanding by his countenance.
How he moves, how he operates. Keep going.
When thou meetest him.
So when you meet a man, how he looks and how he carries himself, you know if he has understanding or not. Keep going.
A man's attire.
Hey, what?
A man's attire. And excessive laughter. And gait showeth what he is.
So your outward appearance is going to project your inner appearance on how you look on the inside. So if I'm walking around with a dress on and I'm skipping and I'm twisting, guess what? You might think I'm a little funny. You might look at that man and be like, hey man, I think that dude over here is gay because how he's dressed, and look at him. A man that can have on straight clothes and laugh a lot. You looking at that like, man, this is a fool. Why he just laughing at stuff for no reason? And all he's doing is joking around. But we understand that there's different attires that a person can put on and you know who he is. I wore a police uniform. More than likely, I'm a police officer and I'm not going to try to put out any fires. A nurse, more than likely, she's about to try to help and heal, and she's not about to try to arrest no one. That same thing goes back to a harlot's attire for a woman. But you might ask yourself, well, Aaron, what's the attire of a male whore? Hey, that's his countenance now. How he's acting and how he's talking. You got an attire of a pimp. He got the goals on and he talking with a slang and how he start flipping stuff. Hey, baby, you know, baby, I can do this for you. Yeah, baby. That's a pimp. He talking slick words to you. But that's why that father supposed to be around to make sure that girl don't fall into no turmoil like that. Let's go ahead and jump back in.
The book of Sirach, chapter 11, and verse 3. The bee is little among such as fly, but her fruit is the chief of sweet things.
Now this is going back to judging the thing on how he looks. He just told us the bee is what?
Is little among such as fly.
You got the bee, the fly,
the owl.
No, that's little. That's little. I'm trying to be in the world of insects right now.
Okay.
Ants fly. You got wasps. Wasp is bigger than the bee. You feel me? That's why I say a bee is one of the smallest things that fly, but yet it can make something so sweet. A fly don't make nothing sweet. We see what flies make. Maggots. But let's keep going.
For her fruit is the chief of sweet things. Boast not of thy clothing and raiment.
Don't boast about, oh, look at me, man. I got on Jordans, and I'm wearing the, what's some of the clothing lines that people boast about? The Fendi, the Gucci, the Louis, and mind you, all these are gay men clothing lines. The thing that costs the most, a gay man made it, and people walk around with it on, promoting it.
Yep. It's wild.
The crazy part is this. These people pay stars to wear their clothes, just so you can turn around and buy it.
One of the designers, I think, at Versace, it was Jake, and he had just
He what?
The main designer at Versace, he just passed away. He was Jake. He was one that was in charge of making the stuff.
Yeah, because you know what happened to Versace.
Yeah, he been there.
Yeah. On Miami Beach. Walked up and blocka.
That goes into the whole the soul of the earth thing, and it's Jake that's making these clothes.
That's how he died.
Yeah,
Versace? Yeah, on Miami Beach, somebody walked up and blocka. Damn.
right in front of his own house.
Man down.
He was a white man? Oh, yeah.
I forget what now. I don't know if he was Italian or what.
Yeah, gotta be Italian.
I think he was, but I'm not going to say.
The name Versace, it tells a lot.
I know. But keep going for me, King.
Verse 4. Boast not of thy clothing and raiment, and exalt not thyself in the day of honor.
Yep.
For the works of
Pause right there. Don't exalt yourself in the day of honor. We just had Feast of Dedication, where we honored certain men and we rose them up in rank. That man didn't honor himself, but other men honored him. Give me Hebrews 10:25 real quick. Real quick. This is scripture I always go to because this is what it is about being with the brotherhood.
Look at Hebrews chapter 10, verse 25. Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together.
And we didn't forsake the assembling of ourselves together at the Feast of Dedication. Keep going.
As the manner of some is.
Yep.
But exhorting one another.
Doing what?
Exhorting one another.
Let other men exhort you. Don't exhort yourself. Stay humble in that spirit. Keep going.
And so much the more, as ye see the day approaching.
As we see the day approaching, the Lord's coming, we're going to exhort each other. That's it. Go back. But that's what the wrong scripture just said. Exhort not thyself in the day of honor. In the day of your honor, don't exhort yourself. Another day of honor, some people like to try to exhort themselves on their birthday. When you didn't do nothing. You should be honoring your mother on that day. Because she laid on her back and damn near died giving birth to you. But this ain't no women worship, it's just the fact of the matter. You didn't do nothing on your birthday when you was born. All you did, it was cry. And pee and poo-poo more than anything and wanted to be fed. That's all you did. you rose hell. Because people running around to make sure you was all right. Let's keep going, King.
For the works of the Most High are wonderful, and his works among men are hidden.
Yep, keep going.
Many kings have sat down upon the ground, and one that was never thought of hath worn the crown.
And guess how that happened? Most High, but keep going. We're going to get it.
Verse 6. Many mighty men have been greatly disgraced, and the honorable delivered into other men's hands.
Mm-hmm.
Blame not before thou hast examined the truth. Understand first, and then rebuke.
Yep.
Answer not before thou hast heard the cause. Neither interrupt men in the midst of their talk.
And that's another thing that's dominant in our communities. We like to interrupt each other when we're speaking. Nobody like to really pay close attention to what's going on and what's really happening. But give me that Proverbs 18:13.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 18 and verse 13.
Okay.
He that answereth the matter before he heareth it, it is folly and shame unto him.
Yep, because you're trying to answer something and it's fuck. Wait, I said 18:13, right?
Come.
This is the next verse there. Let me see. No, that's it. Read that one more time for me.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 18 and verse 13.
Yep.
He that answereth a man before he heareth it,
He that
so
answereth the matter
come.
before he heareth it.
He that answereth the matter before he heareth it, it is folly and shame unto him.
Because you really think you know what another person is about to say. Sometimes, but even when we out there teaching, we might understand what you might have to say because we hear the same question all the time. But that's why when we out there teaching, you come up, you ask the questions, ask your question, be humble, and receive the answer. Now the answer might take a while, but you have to listen to the answer and not be ready to give another question before the answer is even given. Because we might answer it in the midst of you trying to answer another question. But that's why I say you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. You should speak twice as much as you talk.
Listen twice as much as you speak.
What I said?
You speak twice as much as you talk.
Oh, see, I said it backwards. Look at that there. Because I'm thinking of James 1:19. That's why. You like to grab that?
Come on.
Yeah, grab that precept real quick. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth. You should listen twice as much as you speak. That's it.
Book of James, chapter 1 and verse 19.
Done.
Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear.
Be what?
Be swift to hear. Slow to speak.
Yep.
Slow to wrath.
Yep.
For the wrath.
That should be it.
That's it.
My beloved brethren, be swift to hear and slow to speak. Ain't that a truth? Swift. Be fast to listen. Understand it. Take a day to understand it. How about that there, as Marshall like to say? Somebody done told you something before you rebuttal. How about you go home and ponder on it? See what understanding the Most High gives you. Instead of you trying to deal with the wisdom you have. But mind you, that's what we do in debates and stuff. You done looked at the debates. People debating back and forth, and they so swift and so quick to try to rebuttal. But hey, listen first. We both trying to feed each other some information. Let's see who information is what we should be rocking with.
Ecclesiastes 5:1.
Hold that foot.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I was gonna do that, but we can get it. Nah, you know what? Nah, you don't have to get it. Because that's talking about in the house of the Lord. We just talking about in general conversation. This is just general conversation. Because that scripture, read it for me real quick. My bad, read it so we can get the understanding for that one as well.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5, verse 1. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools.
Now that's when you're in the house of the Most High. So, and that goes back to when we out on the street teaching, because that is considered the anointed ground when the Israelites step out there. But in just general conversation with men, and you just dealing with people, don't be so swift to speak. Listen to the person's cause. Understand before you rebuke. Understand what's going on before you cast it down. You might learn something. Let's go ahead and get back to Sirach. Verse 9.
Book of Sirach, chapter 11 and verse 9.
Uh-huh.
Strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not.
Strive not in a matter that don't even concern you. If they over there handling something, especially if it's not a godly discourse, don't concern yourself with it. Keep it pushing and keep it moving. A lot of innocent bystanders done caught that bullet that wasn't even supposed to be for them, but they caught it because they had itching ears and they just wanted to be nosy. Check that out, Tazara. Go ahead.
And sit not in judgment with sinners.
Uh-huh.
My son, meddle not with many matters.
Meddle not in many matters. Don't be a person that's going around trying to get into everything. Keep going.
For if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent.
Mm-hmm.
And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain. Neither shalt thou escape by fleeing.
Yep, because that's how I was talking about that. Bullet out there, you hop in somebody else's matter, and they start to shoot at each other, and you try to run, you might not escape. You talking about darn, what kind of bullets they be calling them?
The hollow points.
Not the hollow points, but straight bullets.
Oh, come.
Straight bullet that hits you. Keep going, King.
Verse 11. There is one that laboreth, and taketh pains, and maketh haste, and is so much the more behind. Again, there is another that is slow, and hath need of help, wanting ability, and full of poverty. Yet the eye of the Most High looked upon him for good, and set him from his low estate, and lifted up his head for misery, so that many that saw it marveled at him. Prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come of the Most High.
Pause right there for me. Now read the next verse for me.
Verse
I'll give you a precept.
Verse 15.
Uh-huh.
Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the law are of the Most High.
Yep.
Love and the way of good works are from him.
Okay, now let's grab that precept. 1 Samuel chapter 2, 6 and 8. 6 through 8.
Book of 1 Samuel, chapter 2, verse 6.
Because we like to deal with what the Most High deals with. Because a lot of people think that the Most High don't do certain things, but not realizing that it is the Most High that does all those things. He can bring a person up, he can bring a person down. He can bring you from a rich estate to a poor state, or from a poor state to a rich estate. You won't be a nobody. Next thing you know, you somebody. I am somebody. And now you're trying to figure out why. But read that from the King.
Book of 1 Samuel, chapter 2, and verse 6. The Most High killeth.
Wait, what?
The Most High killeth.
The Most High, God, the one you call Lord, he does the killing. Not Satan, not the devil, but the Lord does all the killing. So when something happens, talk to the Most High about that. Why did he do that? It was the reason why. Keep going.
And make it alive.
And he can make it alive. Now, that's the trip that it started off with that. I can kill you, and I can also make you alive. He did that already for one person. Hamashiach Yahushua. He was brought down to the grave, and he rose him up out of that grave. This is what we should be striving for. Keep going.
He bringeth down to the grave, and bringeth up.
Yep.
The Most High maketh poor,
yep,
and maketh rich.
Pause right there. Let's just read 6 again for me.
The Most High killeth, and maketh alive.
Yep.
He bringeth down to the grave.
Pause. Because that first part, see that killeth and make it alive, that's not what that's really talking about, brother. See, that's talking about this. Now it goes right back into the next section of what he's talking about. He can bring you down to the grave, and bring you out. There's only one man that can do that. One person that can do that. The Creator. He can do anything he wants. Why? Because he is the Creator. He got the ultimate cheat code. Let's go.
Verse 7. The Most High maketh poor and maketh rich.
Yep.
He bringeth low and lifteth up.
Yep.
He raiseth up the poor out of the dust.
He can raise a poor man up out of the dust. Get them dusty clothes off and put on some clean clothes. Keep going.
And lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill.
From the what?
From the dunghill.
You know what a dunghill is. Should we have to describe what dung is? Yeah. Most High talks like that. Let's keep going.
To set them among princes, and to make them inherit the throne of glory.
Yep.
For the pillars of the earth are the Most High's.
Yep.
And he hath set the world upon them.
So the Most High can sit whoever he wants on any throne he wants. Why? Because he is the Most High. Should we go for a precept?
Yeah, I was going to go to Lamentation where we, I don't fully remember. Lamentation 2. Yeah, Lamentation 2 is, nah, it's okay. I'll jump there.
All right. Let's get back to Sirach. Chapter 11, verse, I think you just read 15, give it 16.
Come. Book of Sirach, chapter 11 and verse 16.
Uh-huh.
Error and darkness have their beginning together with sinners.
Uh-huh.
And evil shall wax old with them that glory therein.
Evil shall wax old with them that glory therein. Pause right there for what you doing right now, Barzal?
In the notes.
Huh?
In the notes.
The notes?
Yeah, scripture before.
So you can see people who's asking questions?
I don't see any questions on that.
Anybody online right now?
7 people. April.
All right. Let them know if y'all got any questions in the midst of me going over this. Go ahead and put it in our comment section from Baba Kashal. Baba Kashal, put it in the comment
Why is
section.
it not showing up there?
Huh?
Why is it not showing up there?
Don't worry about that right now. Pull it up on your phone for me. Go ahead.
Come. Error and darkness had their beginning, verse 16, together with sinners.
Yep.
And evil shall wax old with them that glory therein.
Uh-huh.
The gift of the Most High remaineth with the godly, and his favor bringeth prosperity forever.
Uh-huh. The gift of the Most High remaineth with the righteous. So, and we already know what righteousness is those that keep the law, statutes, commandments. And the favor bringeth prosperity forever. So the favor of keeping these law, statutes, commandments is prosperity. Keep going, King.
Verse 18.
Uh-huh.
There is that waxeth rich by his weariness and pinching, and this is a portion of his reward. Whereas he said, I have found rest, and now will eat continually of my goods.
Uh-huh.
And yet he knoweth not what time shall come upon him, and that he must leave these things to others and die.
Pause right there for me. So you go out here and you work, you toil and get all these things, and next thing you know, when you die, you don't know who you're going to leave it to. Give me 2 and 18. Ecclesiastes.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 2, verse 18.
Uh,
Yea, I hated all my labor which I had taken under the sun, because I should leave it unto the man that shall be after me.
Yep.
And who knoweth whether he shall be a wise man or a fool?
Say that again.
And who knoweth whether he shall be a wise man or a fool?
Who want to know that but the Most High? You can do all you can for that person, but at the end of the day, you don't know if he's going to be a wise man or a fool. Keep going.
Yet shall he have rule over all my labor, wherein I have labored,
Uh-huh.
and wherein I have showed myself wise under the sun.
Mm-hmm.
This is also vanity.
Yep.
Therefore I went about to cause my heart to despair of all the labor which I took under the sun.
Yep.
For there is a man whose labor is in wisdom.
Say that again.
For there is a man whose labor is in wisdom,
Uh-huh.
and in knowledge,
Yep.
and in equity.
Yep.
Yet to a man that hath not labored therein shall he leave it for his portion. This also is vanity and a great evil.
And that's the crazy part. You done did all these things with wisdom and knowledge and understanding, and you left it to somebody who labored not in these things. And they got to go do foolish things with it. Keep going.
Verse 22. For what hath man of all his labor, and of the vexation of his heart,
Yep.
wherein he hath labored under the sun?
Mm-hmm.
For all his days are sorrows, and his travail grief. Yea, his heart taketh not rest in the night. This is also vanity.
And that's one of the key things. Read the next verse for me.
There is nothing better for a man than that he should eat and drink,
Yep.
and that he should make his soul enjoy good in his labor.
Yep.
This also I saw that it was from the hand of the Most High.
So you got to go ahead and do these things. We're going to do it in understanding and in knowledge and in wisdom, but enjoy it at the same time. Because the Most High gave you this to you to enjoy. But right now, we're in captivity. It's hard to really enjoy something being in captivity. Knowing that after the feast, we have to shut down. When the feast could have kept going. We had the feast of dedication. They could have kept going, but guess what? I got to go to work. He got to go to work. They got to go to work. The people venue we at, they talking about we got to be out of there by a certain time. So now I got to be shut down. We enjoyed ourselves for that time, but understand this is why it's captivity. Because at the end of the day, we got to shut it down. This whole week supposed to be a festive week. But guess what we got to do? Work. We got other stuff we got to worry about. But there shouldn't be nothing we shouldn't have to worry about but praising the Most High. This is the wisdom behind it. But go ahead, let's keep going in Sirach. We can jump back to Sirach.
Sirach chapter 11 and verse 19.
Okay.
Whereas he said, I have found rest, and now will eat continually of my goods. And yet he knoweth not what time shall come upon him, and that he must leave those things to others and die. Be steadfast in thy covenant, and be conversant therein, and wax old in my work, in thy work. Marvel not at the works of sinners.
Do what?
Marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in the Most High, and abide in thy labor. For it is an easy thing in the sight of the Most High on the sudden to make a poor man rich.
It's an easy thing in the eyes of the Most High to make a poor man rich. Back to Ecclesiastes 9 and 11.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9 and verse 11. I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happeneth to them all.
Time and chance happened to them all because it was the Most High that do with all these things. Read the next verse for me.
Verse 12. For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them.
Read the next one.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9 and verse 13. This wisdom have I seen also under the sun, and it seemed great unto me.
And why did it seem great unto him? Now let's go back and continue reading Sirach.
Book of Sirach, chapter 11 and verse 21. Marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust.
Let's jump right to 22.
Okay, come. Verse 22. The blessing of the Most High is in the reward of the godly, and suddenly he maketh his blessing to flourish.
And that's where it comes from. When the man look and see what it is all about, is that there. Keep going.
Say not, what profit is there of my service? And what good things shall I have hereafter? Again, say not, I have enough and possess many things.
And these are things we shouldn't be focusing on, but yet our people always focusing on these things. Keep going.
And what evil can come to me hereafter? In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction. And in the day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity.
That's what it said. When you was rich, you don't remember the time when you was broke and poor. But when you was poor, you don't remember the times when you was rich. Knowing that we all walk through both phases in a sense. Why? Because the Most High put these phases on us. How you going to handle yourself? Are you going to be mad because you can't get that Birkin bag? Which don't make no sense to me at all. You paying buku bucks for something to hold something in. A book bag can do the same thing this Birkin bag can do. Because I really just want to get one of the expensive ones and shoot at it and see can it stop bullets. Because if it can't stop a bullet, what's the purpose of it?
That's you.
You say, can they do taxes? You shout out. Put paperwork in front of it and say, do my taxes. That's what I'm saying. It's foolishness. Our people go spend money on foolish things. A Birkin bag. Really? And I really just found out about it. That's why it's so wild to me. Because they started saying it in memes and songs and all this. So I'm like, a Birkin bag? What's up? That's why I said, yeah, a Birkin bag can cost over $100,000. I'm like, $100,000 to hold $100,000? That don't even make sense. You buying a bag so you can hold makeup in it. What do you put in this bag? How big? And that's the thing, I don't know what one looks like. How big is it? It's small.
Wow.
It's handheld. Can you put a pistol in it?
That's a whole house.
You feel me?
A whole house.
That's a house you walking around with on your side. You know what I said I'm gonna do? I'm gonna create something foolish and charge a bunch of money for it to see what dummy will buy.
Someone did that though.
Yeah.
When Apple first came out, is it the I Am Rich app?
Yep.
The what?
It's the I Am Rich app. Anyone can create an app. Now they put the app on Apple Play Store or Apple Store,
When it first came
and
out?
they charge $999.99.
All the
And
geeks,
somebody bought it.
Oh yeah, hundreds of people bought it. It's just a status symbol. Hey, I had enough money to buy this logo, to buy this
It
icon.
literally was just an
It does
icon
nothing.
of dollar sign and gold. That's
See what she
it.
just did?
Huh?
See what she just did? I ain't say okay, speak, none of that.
Oh, sorry.
See, that's what I'm saying. You just want to get it out so bad. It's just an icon. Mind you, that's what ETF is. An NFT, Sirach. An icon.
Oh.
An image of something. And I want to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to sell it for buku bucks. Just to say, look what I got.
Exactly.
That's what money is anyway. Money ain't nothing but paper. If the stores stop taking that, what would it be worth? Nothing. If I created a store and I said, this is what I want for the items in my store, I would want some copper, because copper does what?
Conduct.
It's a
so
conduit,
good heat. Dissipate.
conduit for heating.
And what else? Electricity.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This is what copper is used for. So if I said, no, I need this amount of copper if you want this food, people look at me like, but why? Why would you want copper? Because I'm trying to generate electricity for when they don't have no water. I got my own. Wait a minute, for real? Yes, if you want this, I need fresh water. I need about 10 gallons of fresh water. Should I tell them? Should I want the alkaline water?
Come.
I want that good alkaline water if you want these products that I'm selling. Sure, you don't want this cashew you can blow your eye? No, I want the material that I need right now. Tomorrow I gotta go work in the freezer, damn it. And yeah, so I need a good coat that can keep me warm in this freezer. That's what's important right now to me. But guess what? We're gonna give you money so you take the money and go buy it yourself. But why I just can't get the products I need right now? But this is how you get caught up in this society. People going out for the okie doke and don't really think. But because why? As they call them, as they say, they're sheeple.
Mm-hmm.
Most I call us sheep. You feel me? But darn, you shouldn't get led astray by every which way, man. You should only have one, what is called? Sheep herder? Shepherd, there you go. You should only have one shepherd. But we don't want that one shepherd that we should have. We want the other nations to be our shepherd and tell us what's good. This is good. No, it's not. Because Most High said it's not. Let's keep reading, King.
Man, I have a piece of two.
What precept you got for us?
It's in Genesis. When Joseph,
He saved up
a lot of essentially, he got all the money, put it together for the bread, for all the things that's used, the utility, and the people came to him. They sold him land, cattle, sheep.
Read that real quick.
Book of Genesis, chapter 47. We'll start at verse 13. And there was no bread in all the land, for the famine was very sore. So that the land of Egypt and all the land of Canaan fainted by reason of the famine.
Yep.
And Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt, and in the land of Canaan, for the corn which they bought. And Joseph brought the money unto Pharaoh's, and Joseph brought the money unto Pharaoh's house.
Mm-hmm.
And when money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, Give us bread. For why should we die in thy presence? For the money faileth. And Joseph said, Give your cattle, and I will give you for your cattle if money fail. And they brought their cattle unto Joseph, and Joseph gave them bread in exchange for horses, and for an entire horse for just some bread.
That's what I'm saying. You know what you can do with a horse, right? The horse can lead you. You can carry certain things with a horse. That's like, give me a car and I'll give you something to eat.
Come on.
Essentially, that's what he was doing. Because y'all threw away your money because you was hungry. So since you hungry, you drink, man, money can't do nothing for us.
Yep.
Okay, I'll take that. Put that here. But I got bread stored up as well. So you want to eat? I want a horse. But I'll give you money. I don't want your money. I got enough of that. I want your horse. Gave up that horse to get that bread. Now, they go for the weight of the horse for the weight of the bread?
Assets.
Huh?
It's an assets.
This is assets, but how much bread did you get for a horse?
Come on.
Did you have to come back tomorrow to get more bread? What if you ran? Horse meat. That's all I'm saying. That's crazy. Let's go get it.
God, and Joseph gave them bread in exchange for horses, and for the flocks, and for the cattle of the herds, and for the donkeys, and he fed them with bread for all their cattle for that year.
Oh, so you gave me your cattle. I'm going to feed you all year with bread. So that's how much he gave you. You can come back and get bread all you want, homeboy. Because I already took this corn, and I'm breaking down the corn. I'm making cornmeal. I'm turning this cornmeal into flour. And I'm about to grow this bread. Okay, let's rock. Keep going.
Verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
When that year was ended, they came unto him the second year, and said unto him, We will not hide it from my Lord, how that our money is spent. My Lord also hath our herds of cattle. There is not aught left in the sight of my Lord, but our bodies and our lands. Wherefore shall we die before thine eyes, both we and our land? Buy us and our land for bread, and we and our land will be servants unto Pharaoh, and give us seed, that we may live and not die, that the land be not desolate. And Joseph bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh.
He bought all the land for Pharaoh with corn and bread. Keep going.
For the Egyptians sold every man his field, because the famine prevailed over them. So the land became Pharaoh's.
That's the truth. You gave up land so you wouldn't starve. Now, the crazy part is you have land and it never dawned on you to grow your own food before all the famine even came.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, that's what happens when you out partying.
They didn't listen to him.
Yeah. They were trying to figure out why he was doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
Like I say, they didn't listen. But still, even now, we don't listen. Because a famine is coming soon, and people would rather go buy a Birkin bag instead of, let me go ahead and get a couple of canned goods.
Right.
Store this up. It's illegal, you know, to store food, right?
Hmm?
Oh, yeah. Look it up. What you
Yeah,
got?
Joseph, I was about to say something you to say. Joseph has said to Pharaoh, we plant for 6 months, then we save for 6 months. So if they listen to Pharaoh, to Joseph, they will never be in this predicament.
Because all you had to do is see what they doing. They was the government at that time. What they were doing? Oh, okay, we need to go do the same thing.
Yeah.
But a famine is something where it's not raining.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to have your substance out there if no rain is coming. The Most High held back the rain so they couldn't have it. But at the same time, the good years, you could start storing up.
That's exactly what Joseph told them before.
Yeah,
He
store
said,
up.
We'll plant for 6 months, and then we'll store for 6 months, which is the 6 months will have no rain. So he was already told them, but they didn't listen. So what you gonna do? Your money is value, it's not value no more, so you gotta give me what you got.
Yep. And that's how it works, man. So in this captivity, again, look it up when y'all get a chance. Is it illegal where you at to store or hoard food? Canned goods. Just to go to the store, let me buy these canned goods up. Let me just store it up. Let me get me a bomb shelter, stack food in it. Because when all the hell hits the fan, I give you my Birkin bag for some spaghetti. I'm gonna laugh at you.
That's gonna happen soon.
I don't want your Birkin bag. I can't do nothing with that Birkin bag. You should have bought that damn Birkin bag. Here, you hungry? I'm gonna feed my ox and I'm walking you. Everybody else with it, you went out and bought a Birkin bag, I'm laughing at you.
Hey, I give you $100,000 for a piece of chicken.
No. I'm gonna say no so fast. What can I go spend that at? I'll give you some diamonds. I don't want no diamonds. Even though it's the hardest substance on the planet, what can I do with that right now? Nothing. I'm hungry. I ain't about to boo-boo diamonds.
Right.
Cut my insides out. Never.
You're like Esau. You let me die for a piece of food. That's what you want.
Hey, man.
You're both right.
Hey, man. I got nothing to do with that. Let's keep going. Back to Sirach.
Book of Sirach, chapter 11 and verse 28.
Okay.
Judge none blessed before his death,
Mm-hmm.
for a man shall be known in his children.
Yep.
Bring not every man into thine house, for the deceitful man hath many trains.
Like the what?
For the deceitful man hath many trains,
Yep.
like as a partridge taken and kept in a cage. So is the heart of the proud, and like as a spy watcheth he for thy fall.
Watch he for thy fall. Pause right there. Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 26.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 5, and verse 26. For among my people are found wicked men.
Mm-hmm.
They lay wait, as he that setteth snares. They set a trap, thy catchmen. They catch me.
Even amongst the children of Israel, there are wicked men who's only there for your destruction. They're not there for your good. That's why you can't just bring every friend into your home. Keep reading.
What precept?
Huh?
The book of
Jeremiah,
chapter 7,
Oh, it's
chapter 5. Chapter 5, verse 26.
Keep reading.
Yeah.
Verse 27.
Uh-huh.
As a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit.
Yep.
Therefore, they are become great and waxen rich.
Uh-huh.
They are waxen fat. They shine, yea, they overpass the deeds of the wicked.
They overpass the deeds of the wicked. Meaning the children of Israel can do that. Keep going.
They judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper, and the right of the needy do they not judge.
And this is what they should be dealing with the needy, but they don't deal with the needy. Let's jump back.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 11, and verse 29. Bring not, verse 30. No, 31. For he lieth in wait, and turneth good into evil,
Uh-huh.
and in things worthy praise will lay blame upon thee.
Yep.
Of a spark of fire, a heap of coals is kindled, and a sinful man layeth wait for blood.
Hey, what?
A sinful man layeth wait for blood.
Yep.
Take heed of a mischievous man,
Take heed of the mischievous man. Go ahead.
for he worketh wickedness,
Yep.
lest he bring upon thee a perpetual blot.
Hey, what?
A perpetual blot.
Son.
Receive a stranger unto thine house, and he will disturb thee, and turn thee out of thine own.
And that's the thing. You got to be watching and be weary on who you bring into your house. Bring not every man into thy house, for the deceitful man have many trains. Many trains mean he has many looks. He has many ways he can, what's the word I want to look for?
Finesse.
Finesse. Change the look though, his look. He can change his look about it. Like a peacock got many colors, he can come in and many, darn, what's the name of that show? The Man of Many Disguises.
Dexter.
I don't know what
You
you're
talking about
Master of
Jay,
Disguise?
Master of Disguise, what you talking about, Dexter?
No, Master of Disguise. You
Was it
talking
The
about
Mask?
like no.
The Mask as well.
Turn.
There's several different shows where they got men or actors that play these roles. They can switch up on you in a minute. You think there's one thing, but nope, they was switched on you. Two faces.
It's coming.
James Bond.
James Bond again. Or like the video game Hitman.
Yeah.
You put on any of this outfit, that's you know, let him in there, drop the car on you and killed you. As a mechanic. You thought he was a mechanic too. Nope, this came there to destroy. That's it, man. What time we got? Let's keep going.
Come.
Verse 12, chapter 12.
Book of Sirach, chapter 12, and verse 1, page 77.
Good.
When thou wilt do good, know to whom thou doest it.
Yep.
So shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits.
Uh-huh.
Do good to the godly man,
Do good to the righteous man. Uh-huh.
and thou shalt find a recompense. And if not from him, yet from the Most High.
Yep. The Most High will let you bless somebody with in the open, the Most High is going to bless you in secret. Keep on.
There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil,
Yep.
nor to him that giveth no alms.
Mhm.
Give to the godly man, and help not a sinner.
Do what?
Give to the godly man, and help not a sinner.
Matthew chapter 7 and verse 6. Let's see what the New Testament has to say a little bit on that.
18:6.
Book of Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Uh,
Give not that which is holy unto the dogs,
mm-hmm.
neither cast ye your pearls before swine,
Yep.
lest they trample them under their feet, and turn again and rend you.
Wait, you know what I mean when they say turn again and rend you? What does that mean?
Remove your court.
It's like
The
the
one in backsliding and kill you against you again.
Tear your court.
But what you do? But the whole objective is you out there with the pig. And here you go, pig.
He will attack you. Bite the hand that
They
feeds.
attack you. You don't fed him. Now he don't turn around and attack you.
Bites the hand that feeds.
Unreasonable.
Huh?
No. There was a script that said something about unreasonable beasts. Were put on them. Something in Second Exodus.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, but I understand what you're saying, though. I follow what your thought process is going with that. But again, the same thing. And it's about to bring it up in the next couple of verses too. When you help out a poor man, that's why I say help out the righteous. But let's read it real quick.
Come on. Book of Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 7.
No, Sirach.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 3.
5.
Come. Verse 5. Do well unto him that is lowly, but gave not to the ungodly. Hold back thy bread and give it hold back thy bread and give it not unto him, lest he overmaster thee thereby. For else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good thou shalt have
Done.
done unto him.
Yep.
For the Most High hateth sinners,
Yep.
and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment.
Come, keep reading.
Give unto the good, and help not the sinner.
Yep.
And a friend cannot be known in prosperity,
A friend can't be known in prosperity.
and an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity. In prosperity of a man, enemies will be grieved, but in his adversity, even a friend will depart.
Meaning when you down and out, that person you thought was a friend, he done dipped on you. But when you doing good, he right there trying to reap the proceeds just like you. Proverbs 19:4. But when he was, as you getting that, when he read the next verse in verse 5, wait, what's verse 5 and 6?
Verse 6.
Oh no, not what you just read, verse 6. Verse 5, do well unto him that is lowly, but give not unto the ungodly. Hold back thy bread and give it not unto him, lest he convert overmaster thee. And that's one of the things. He can overmaster you, talking trash, and you'll receive double the evil because you try helping out a sinner. Because there's certain laws going to things like that by helping out a sinner and doing certain things. But read that for me in 19 and 4 in Proverbs.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 19, said 19 and 4?
Yes.
19 and 4. Wealth maketh many friends.
What?
Wealth maketh many friends.
Uh-huh.
But the poor is separated from his neighbor.
The poor is separated from his neighbor. Why? Because he's poor. You're supposed to be around the poor, helping out the poor. There's more than that.
That's it.
That's it. What the next verse say?
A false witness shall not be.
All right, that's not it. You can go back. I think it continues on back in Sirach.
Book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10.
Okay.
Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Mm-hmm.
Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass.
As though you wipe the looking glass. You wipe that looking glass, you can see it. Keep going.
And thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away.
Yep.
Set him not by thee.
Do what?
Set him not by thee.
Now, mind you, we use the scripture against the Edomites. We don't trust him. But why? The scripture says you shouldn't abhor an Edomite. Okay, I never said nothing about hate him. I don't trust him. You sit over there, and I'm going to sit over here. You do what you do over there. I'm going to do what I do over here. That got nothing to do with hate. Not at all. And as the parable I always like to say, if I give you 25 poisonous snakes and 25 non-poisonous snakes and put it in the box and tell you to stick your hand in that box, would you? It's that simple. Would you stick your hand in that box? Why not?
Still a snake.
Huh?
Still a snake.
But the poisonous ones ain't gonna hurt you. They're not poisonous.
Trust them.
Didn't trust him. Or still a
Yeah,
snake.
And they can still bite you, even though they're not poisonous.
That was Muhammad Ali that said that. It's like, we got a box full of good snakes, right? I mean, bad snakes, but there's one in there that's good. If you stick your hand there, would you try to save the good snakes? No, you're not going to try to save that snakes, man. You're going to try to pull the whole thing out.
And they got the other little parable where they got about the scorpion.
Right.
Telling the frog, hey man, can you take me to the other side?
Right.
No, I'm not gonna take you to the other side. You're gonna sting me. No, I'm not gonna sting you.
Right.
As soon as they in the water, they go on over. Scorpion, yeah! Why did you do that? Because I'm a scorpion, baby. What you expect?
It's in my nature.
It's in my nature to sting. But we both gonna die. Oh well. I told you I wasn't gonna do it, but it's in my nature. It's in their nature to do certain things. But the objective is, you can't trust all of them.
Yeah.
If I can't trust all of y'all, guess what? I'm not about to try to trust some of y'all because I don't know which one I'm going to get at any given day. Has nothing to do with hating you. It has to do with trusting.
Just like they say, you can't put one bad apple in the middle of a kale without it. One bad apple will spoil the whole box.
That's it. They say these things, but do we really understand what it's talking about? We do all that with all that stuff, but when it comes to people, what? Go ahead, read that for us. Keep reading.
Verse 12.
Done.
Set him not by thee.
Do what?
Set him not by thee.
Yep.
Lest, when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand. Lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember.
Read that again for me.
Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And though at the last remember thy word, remember my words, and be pricked therewith, therewith. Verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
Who will do what?
Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? Or any such as come nigh wild beast? So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity?
Who will pity that person? Just the same way when people go out there and play with them lions, tigers, and bears, when they maul you, you know, as they put in the group chat, the dude that was playing with the snake. The snake wrapped him around his throat, and the dude passed out. The snake would choke him. The crazy part is he took the snake and wrapped the snake around his own neck. That was a silly part. Like, really? You just want to wrap the snake around your neck? Dude passed out, and they thought it was part of the show. He was about to die in front of everybody. Carried his limp body off. You would think they would have CPR'd him right there, but nope. They carried him away, man. But let's keep going.
Verse 15.
Uh-huh.
For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry.
Yep, that same person who was there when you was up, when it's time when you going down, he about to, all right, I'll holler at you. He gone.
An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips,
Yep.
but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
No, he don't want your blood. He want the land. He want everything else. Keep going.
If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee.
Yep.
He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance.
That's it on that. With that, that's the class. We got through. What you got?
What I was saying is that goes with I think Sirach 6 and 9 or 6 and 7. Was it prove friend first?
Yeah.
You trying to deal with a person like that, like
As always, that's what we're supposed to do. That's wisdom on the matter. You just can't rush the creditor, friend. You gotta prove him first. And see if he's gonna be there for the good, the ups and the downs. Not just a friend. You deal with that with a wife or a husband.
exactly.
You just don't rush into something like that. As they say, as the Christians will say,
Fools rushing?
no, not that. As a Christian pastor, we try to tell you, you got many seasons in life.
Right.
So you got to deal with that person going through the seasons in life to see how they're going to deal with you. Are they going to be there in your winter? Because we know winter is cold and they give you the whole preach spiel.
That's what, right, they was saying, well, head first on everything that you do. But nah, really, you're supposed to, like, prevent certain things, preserve what you're doing, like, watch before you can actually
Dive into it. But some of us, guess what? We only did be there for the springtime, on a good time. And we're like, okay, she good, let's go get it. Summertime okay too, because it was hot, y'all. They lay out on the beach, but here come the fall. And you're like, man, this girl crazy. What the hell did I get myself into? And next thing you know, you acting like the Game of Thrones. Winter is coming. Winter is coming. And it's over with. You done dealt with a zombie. Your heart is cold as ice. Touching everything around you, and you walking around mad with everybody. And they ain't did nothing to you.
Right.
But hey, that's what we get ourselves caught up into. We gotta learn how to prevent that. Go through them seasons first. That's why as Israelites, we're supposed to deal with the courting process. You court them. Figure out the ups and downs. And if you talk to many married people, they've been together for 10 years and they just not getting out of the rough patch. After 10 years, 8 years in, they're like, okay, I'm feeling this person out now. I can understand him a little bit. 8 years in. But again, once you're married, you're supposed to keep that thing going. You ain't supposed to say, okay, I'm out of here. And that's what it appears to time where a lot of divorce start to happen. Between 5 and 8 years, as they say. But in that period, a lot of marriages don't even last that long. Because they're looking at the funds, the money, everything else but what the Most High got in store for us. That's what we can't fail at. Who we got online, bars on?
Okay. We have Judah. Put Judah's online again. Yeshua Yehuda. He's online.
Yehuda?
Yep.
Yehuda?
Yeah, that's him.
Shalom, Yehuda. The water for logging in. Sorry for the late class. Most High willing, we won't run into the issue we ran into today. And we can get the thing started on time next week. Most High willing, man. It's all in the Most High's will. Who else we got?
Richard Barrantes. He's online.
The brother from New York?
Yeah.
Shalom, Richard Shalom. The water for logging in.
Samuel Harris is online.
Samuel Harris, the water.
Okay. Sister Rapaya, she's online.
Shalom.
Crucial Karash, she's online.
Captain Karash is online. Shalom, King.
Sharon Gopin, she's online.
Shalom, Sharon.
And that's it.
That's it? What is it saying? Shalom, family?
So, so on and so forth. She mentioned for his honor, dogs and swines refer to the deliberate rejection of message in the troops.
Say what? No, because this is how you read it, man.
Dogs and swine refer to those deliberately reject the message in the truth.
Thank you.
Of the truth.
In the truth. That's how
She wrote it kind of.
Alright, that can also go for that. But again, the objective is you can't give certain things to certain people. But when we out here and we teaching people, you don't know who that person is until you give them to understand and try to feed them. If they reject it,
Dude, that's it.
throw the deuces up and keep it pushing.
There you go.
You don't have to like the feed up. Because we come into the city, you can't just automatically just throw them out like the trash, you feel me? Because again, one plant, another one water. The Most High is going to get an increase at the end of the day when it comes to this truth. Everybody ain't going to get it the first time around. All you got to do is use yourself for an example. Hey, you know you're an Israelite? Man, get out of here with that nonsense. Oh, man, that's what feet with me. That cat said the hell with me.
That's a very good point. When we go to math class, pre-cal, trigonometry, we likely don't get it the first time. I mean, there's the oddities that get it the first time and they're way ahead of the class. But a majority of the class, they learn from the teacher, I didn't get it that first time. They go to a tutor. Maybe they didn't get it that time. They go to another tutor. Oh, okay, now it makes sense.
Thank you. So no, you can't just dust your feet off rip. Mercy, where's the mercy at for our people? We gotta have mercy sometime on our brethren. Con? Y'all sound, you so late. Any other questions? You know I knew that wasn't a question, but.
She said, that's right, thanks for the words of wisdom, Captain Shemshawan. Great class.
Con, the water. I want the water. What else? I'm about to call him Yehuda because you sound like Yehuda. Yahawada. That's how I'm going to call him. So I'll call him Yahawada because that's what it is. Yahawada. What else you got from me, Al?
He had Ezra 7:25. Ezra possessed the wisdom.
Ezra possessed the wisdom?
Yeah.
Huh, he did. All the prophets possessed the wisdom. Even Jonah. You know he wanted to go in the opposite direction. I'm Jonah sometimes. I feel Jonah sometimes. I feel like I get spirit sometimes. And I'm like, them wicked niggas, let them die.
What?
That's how Jonah felt. That's how he felt. Let them go. All you gotta do is look at this young generation. They supposed to be the generation to make it. How it's going? We're gonna be stuck here another 200 years, boy. Because they out there doing wild stuff. Everybody wanna have the duet. You know what the duet is, right?
Duet?
Duet.
Yeah.
What's
the duet?
No.
No, not that. But that too. They have them heaters on them. But because I'm going in the house today and I hear them, boy, got that duet, we got all that duet. And all he's doing is taking big bags out the car. I'm looking at this like, look at this nonsense, boy. This generation is destroyed. Look online.
What's the duet?
And you know what? You know who I'm gonna blame? TV, internet, music, and all that. Because they got a thing called the drill scene.
Oh, yeah, man.
You don't know about the drill scene? The drill scene is a new type of music they got out now.
UK?
No. In the States.
In Chicago, right? Drill?
No. In the States.
I got a
Pick a state. And they got a drill team there. Not a drill team, but a drill. Bang, bang, pop, pop. This is what they dealing with. Guns, violence. They call each other ops and all that.
I have a little cousin out of Broward. He just got a music video. All he got, they call it swipe. All he got is number big guns and credit cards and computer that about how they making their money.
And that's the crazy part. They are telling them what they're doing.
Yeah, tell them what they doing.
This is how I'm getting my money, and this is what I'm buying with my money. For real? Okay, we're gonna use you, and we're gonna put you in that RICO Act.
Yeah, it's the kid.
No. Don't say that in here. They're gonna come here trying to figure out he know who he is. Let's go talk to him. No.
Would that go with
I don't know the
Isaiah 3, something like what it says?
Yeah, them boys is crazy.
Children will be oppressor.
Yeah, 3 and 12.
Oh yeah.
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 And women rule over them because a lot of them are from single family households.
Right.
Man, you ain't nothing. But they daddy in jail.
Right.
I'm looking at one video, this dude in jail with his daddy. But because they got 2 different last names, they didn't know. So they in the same cell with each other. Hey, Pops, what's up with you? Hey, son, how you doing?
That's crazy.
You did that murder, right? And that's talking to each other. Now, mind you, they don't show that, but you can just imagine how calm and cool and collected. They just talking to each other about what's going on the outside. Yeah, Pop, you wasn't there for me, so I had to go ahead and hop in the scene, you know, make a name for myself. I'm the #1 shooter for such and such. Looking at a thing last night, they had a girl. They called her the most deadliest shooter in Chicago.
And the girl?
She died at the age of 17, got murdered.
I know you're talking about
Yeah, just told that.
You see this cat? That was her name.
What about the woman in New York that shoot somebody and kill them?
Yeah, and got found in Georgia, Tallahassee.
Yeah, she got caught in Tallahassee.
Just walked up, then right there like she was goddamn Frank Lucas or somebody. You not Frank Lucas? That was a movie. And it was back then, the people didn't talk like that. They didn't have video cameras. We got video cameras now, but they don't care. This dude saying, I'm on probation. I done went to jail, bonded out of jail. I'm supposed to be on house arrest. I say, the hell with house arrest, I'm gonna go shoot this music video. And I'm gonna record myself holding guns and smoking marijuana. I don't care. Police said, what, really, homeboy? That's how you gonna do it? Yeah. Really? You just gonna drop the video like we're not gonna see this? Probation officer called the policeman and said, yeah, he violated probation. All you gotta do is here you go, here's the evidence. Lawyer said, no, see, those was prop guns, that wasn't real drugs. Well, we got another video of this cat here in a shootout on IG. And his friends hopped out shooting back. Yeah, well, see, it was a self-defense. But sir, you should have been there.
You should be home.
Done. Up the road you go, buddy. They don't even do it the smart way. And I'm not about to tell you the smart way how to do it. I'm not. So you can use my video as an instruction video manual? Nope. But again, he know about it. And for some odd reason, the thing just keep popping up on my, if you watch 1 or 2 of them, it just constantly pop up on your feed now.
Yeah.
To where it's like, what about this killer? This killer. This been going back since, I'm like, dang, this been going on this long?
You know what I do now? I say, not interested, so we kind of get the whole
Start reading, and that's what I'm gonna have to do. Because my timeline, I want to fill with business stuff, passive income, so I can deal with the word and make the money that's coming in. I don't want to go to work no more. As one of the memes out there now. I don't want to work. Let the money fall off trees into my pockets. I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I'm trying.
You can just pick them up.
You feel me? With that, remind you of playing hockey down Rising Face.
That's crazy.
Bars up.
Yeah.
Listen to the take advantage. There you go. You ready? It's your fault. We're going to do Psalm 67. Hallelujah.
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 Who's the power?
Yahweh's the power.
Who's the power?
Yahweh's the power.
Bahashim.
Yahweh's shot.
Bahashim.
Yahweh's shot.
Kun. All praise be to the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob, for truly his mercy endure forever. Most High, please receive our prayer and our supplications as we read Psalm 67, read and repeat.
Book of Psalms, chapter 67. Yahweh be merciful unto us.
Yahweh be merciful unto us.
and bless us,
and bless us,
and cause his face to shine upon us.
and cause his face to shine upon us.
Salah.
Salah.
That thy way may be known upon earth,
That thy way may be known upon earth.
thy saving health
Thy saving health
among all nations.
among all nations.
Let the people praise thee, O Yahweh.
Let the people praise thee, O Yahweh.
Let all the people praise thee.
Let all the people praise thee.
O let the nations be glad
O let the nations be glad
and sing for joy.
and sing for joy.
For thou shalt judge the people righteously
For thou shalt judge the people righteously
and govern the nations upon earth.
and govern the nations upon earth.
Salah.
Salah.
Let the people praise thee, O Yahweh.
Let the people praise thee, O Yahweh.
Let all the people praise thee.
Let all the people praise thee.
Then shall the earth
Then shall the earth
yield her increase.
yield her increase.
And Yahweh,
And Yahweh,
even our own power,
even our own power,
shall bless us.
shall bless us.
Yahweh shall bless us.
Yahweh shall bless us.
And all the ends of the earth shall fear him.
And all the ends of the earth shall fear him.
Bahashem,
Bahashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh Shai,
the water,
the water,
the Yah,
the Yah,
Amen.
Aman. Give us our hands. The water for log in with the light of Zion, Wednesday wisdom. Shalom.
Shalom.